This is a video on removing the alternator for a 2005 Mitsubishi Endeavor. Basically, the alternator went up. So in today's video, we're going to attempt to go through the process showing you how to change the alternator out. I didn't see any videos posted online, nothing on YouTube that explained the entire process. So I decided to do this video to help any other individuals who have to do the same type of thing. So here's my new alternator to show you what we're gonna have to change out. So it looks like we're only talking about 3 bolts that's gonna be attached to the engine. So we're gonna have one here, we're gonna have 2, looks like they're at the bottom. We're gonna have a couple electrical cords. So we're gonna have one here and one here. And we got a connector here, and looks like you're going to be dealing with another, I think it's a bracket. It's going to plug right into this little spot right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to have your 3 main connections. 1, 2, and 3 at the bottom, and then of course here's your pulley. So let's go look at the truck and see how we're going to go, what angle we're going to do to tackle this. Almost forgot to emphasize before you even start, before you tackle any type of job like this, make sure you take out the battery cable. So we're going to take off that positive lead, and we'll take a look here. And I'm going to find out where this other leak is coming from. So I got some leakage, some antifreeze is leaking, so I'm going to fix that. But here's the alternator down here, so it doesn't look like it's going to be that bad. Here's that top connector. That one is going to be at the top. There's that side bolt. You can see that. There we go. There's that. Let me go to another angle here. Yep. There we go. There's that bolt. There's that bolt on the side. And we got to get to, so right there, we got a top connector. We got a connection right here. So there's the 1, 2. I guess this peels back. Yep. 1, 2, and 3. So that's gonna peel back. So 1, 2, 3. Here's that top bolt. So 1. And I'm assuming the bottom 2 bolts. So I guess we have to get from underneath the car. And then there's your belt, Serpentine belt, and I guess everything else we have to find up underneath the vehicle. So let's go ahead and under and let's take a look. I want to remove this. If I'm taking down this flap will give me access to the pulley, but I really can't see the alternator like I want to. So I'm going to remove this bolt. I got another one up underneath for here. And then I think there's another one that's wedged up underneath for here. Somewhere up underneath here. So I'm going to take these 3 bolts out. I've already taken this shield off. And this shield was basically sitting right here. So I took all the clips off, took this off. So now I'm able to see the alternator a tad bit better. So there's my alternator there. But I really can't get to it like I want to. So I'm gonna get up underneath there again. I'm gonna take this front shield off, and then I should be able to gain access and get to the alternator and just see everything a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna use a 10mm to remove this one, the one that's up underneath here, and then there's a 3rd one that's wedged up underneath here. So I'm gonna get to that and take those off. Once you get that that cover off, now what you can do is you can get a better picture of what it looks like up underneath it there. You can see now. I recommend also at this time to get a picture of your serpentine belt, because basically that's what you want to get access to, the idler pulley, so that you can adjust your serpentine belt. So now that I can see it, I can see my alternator, I can see the bottom bolts from the alternator, and we're gonna keep going. My idler pulley is right here. The adjustment screw is that screw right there. So where is it located? Well, there's my fuel filter. I mean oil filter. Oil filter, so just above the oil filter, up inside there is a 15mm screw. And we'll start to release the tension so that you can now take off the belt. So once I loosen this bolt, as you can see, it's out pretty far. I stopped. I had to unscrew this 14mm, the pulley. So once, because this was tight. So once I loosened the pulley up, then now I can adjust the belt. So to put it back on, again, I'll get this in position. I'll tighten this down. Then I'll come over here and lock it in place by screwing this in. So what you want to do next is you want to remove the 4 bolts that are holding on to your AC compressor. Okay, so we got one here, and there's 2 at the top. These are both 4mm bolts. So once you move those out the way, you'll be able to move the AC compressor. You'll be able to shift it around. Okay. Once you've moved it and shifted, being able to move the AC compressor out the way, make it a whole lot easier for your alternator to come out of the engine. You can either take it up through the top, or if you have any difficulties, just drop it down through the bottom, and should be no problem. So just to update you on getting the alternator, what you're going to need is, so the alternator is held on with 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it. The alternator will sit in the engine like this. All right. What I found difficult, it took me a while to get this bolt out. Okay, sits right here. All right. The trick to that, which I wish I had known this 2 days ago when I was fooling around with this car, when I started this process. All you need is a swivel head socket. Okay, let me get one to show you. Just use a swivel head socket. Okay, that's all I did. Swivel head socket, 14mm bolt. Put that on. Then I used a extension that came off of my my jack, my car jack. I used the extension to give me a little bit more leverage. Okay, broke it, and then just used the socket the rest of the way. So again, because of the way it sits in the car, it's going to be tilted at a downward motion. It's going to be tilted down. Swivel head, that's what you want to use. From the top, I got it from the top. So I got the top bolt done from the top. Get down in there, angle it, and there you go. That's all you need. Once you move the air compressor out of your way, move it over, shift it over, okay? Use a bungee to hold it up. That will then give you access to these 2 14mm, okay? Just use the ordinary socket. Took a breaker bar, came out, no problem, came right undone. Once I had it unhooked and unclipped and everything, the problem I ran into was getting it out because the AC compressor was in my way. So I had to move this reservoir, okay, for your washer fluid. All right, 2 bolts. One here. I probably could just move the one here, and then there's one all the way up inside there, up in there. Okay, I think it's up here. You'll see it. Once I move those, I was able to shift this over, move this over, so that I had clearance. I don't see no other way. I got it. And it didn't take but a second to move it, so that was no big deal. Then the alternator came right out the bottom of the car. I hope this video will help you. Don't forget to please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. If there was another way it could have been done. If